Now, a bit of a change of direction with the Goldberg variations. I figured after you've heard a couple different recordings of the original version played by some different keyboard players, might be nice to look at a slightly different aspect of this piece. And that is a set of canons that exist based on just the first 8 notes of the bass line of the Goldberg variations. And so if you listen to the aria of the original Goldberg variations, the piece that we've been listening to so far, you'll hear this descending bass line, bum, 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 ba, 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 bum, with a resolving second half to it. And those 8 notes, that sort of bass ground of the aria, served as the foundation for this really interesting set of canons that have some discretion built into them in terms of the way the performer would present them. And in general, canons by Bach and from this period of time are really interesting as sort of trick pieces in a way, and they utilize some different techniques, inverting the lines or combining bits of music in different ways, lots of different techniques. Each of these canons is very short, just a matter of seconds long, and there are 14 of them, I believe. And so when you hear them all, it really doesn't take longer than 15 minutes, but the ideas that are present in them are just fascinating. It's almost like it's like a little appendix to the Goldberg variations. So I really didn't want to miss the opportunity to share 2 of my favorite recordings of the canons based on the bass line from the aria of the Goldberg variations. And the first here is by a harpsichordist named Richard Agar, who also has a fabulous version of the Goldberg variations themselves. But since I decided I was going to feature him in the canons, I'm going to leave out his recording of the regular variations, let you seek that out on your own, and share with you his version of the canons, which has some really neat ways of resolving some of the questions in terms of execution that Bach leaves in these little canons. The second recording is by an instrumental group. So this is something we'll see again here in the next segment of this radio hour, looking at the idea of taking Bach's music, often written on one line or just on a pair of piano staves, and transforming that into music that could be played by an ensemble. Again, we're going to focus on that here in a couple minutes, but for now, we'll listen to a recording by Cafe Zimmerman of these 14 canons. And you can hear it side by side with the Agar to make some comparisons between the harpsichord realization of the canons and the ensemble realization. In the end, both are really delightful. And I just love the solutions that the ensembles came up with, as well as these very cerebral musical solutions that Bach came up with in rethinking the approach to these 8 notes that form the basis of the Goldberg variations theme. So I hope you enjoy these 2 versions of the 14 canons based on the bass line of the Goldberg variation theme.